racing immediately. But a champion becomes a legend. Maccabi Diva wins it again.
Yes, yes, yes. Wins the Everest. Glen Boss wins another big one.
A moment in time in 1995. Young bloke, just arrived in Sydney, trying to make a name for yourself. Take us through that 24 hours in 1995 when Lee Freedman got in touch about Flying Spur.
Previously, I won on a 2-year-old for John Singleton, and they backed it, and they got $1 million out of the ring. Had one start for his first start in the race, and I thought it was my slipper ride. He went really sore on the Tuesday. His gallop had shin soreness, so they decided not to run him. Okay, so I'm without a ride.
Kicking stones?
Kicking stones, yeah, because the riders had already been done by then, really. Yes, everyone's cemented in. And so I'm sitting there on Friday evening, and Freedy gives me a call. And he said, Bossy, you obviously haven't got a ride in the race. There's a chance you can ride Flying Spur, but you've got to keep this under your hat. Don't tell anyone. So immediately I told Sloane, my wife at the time, I said, I'm probably going to have a ride in the slipper. And he was 25 to 1, Muns, or about 25 to 1, but he'd come
off running in the size.
The size. And they put him in the paddock. And Anthony Freedman said, no, mate, you should see this horse run around the paddock. We've got to put him back and maybe run him in the slipper. Anyway, Saturday morning comes, Freddie rings me, mate, you're on. Jimmy's been put out. He can't ride.
This is the jockey tape situation.
This is the jockey tape situation. Yes.
Chucked him out of the sport for 2 years.
Basically, yes. And so Jimmy was sitting in the offices in town. Couldn't do a thing. So I get the call up, bang, I'm on. And Freddie said to me when he legged me up, because there was a bit of a murmur about this colt. Like he was a very good colt, but he was a bit temperamental. And Lee said to me, he said, tell you what happened, Bossy, there's 2 things going to happen here. He'll either win or he'll run last. He's a very moody colt.
Yeah.
But you'll know by the time you get to the barriers what colt you got. And I'm going, what are you talking about, Lee? I've got no idea. What are you saying? But by the time I got the barriers, I said to one of the boys on the barriers, I said, this horse will he'll win the slipper. He went around like he was game face. I drew barrier 1, give him a good ride, and beat our Mace K and Octagonal to win my first major. So that was...
The good thing about Bossy there, he kept it under his hat as he crossed the line. He's really
very
reserved reaction.
Yeah.
You went off your brain. That was so good.
The world's richest 2-year-old race. You got to celebrate.
Here's an interesting thing for you.
Yeah.
Ladbrokes have Bossy.
Yes.
They have Jimmy Cassidy. They have Damien Oliver.
Yeah.
They've all ridden slipper winners. The one thing they have in common, the 3 jockeys, they had never sat on the horse that won the slipper before they got to the races on the Saturday to ride it in the slipper.
How can you
Bossy,
do that?
Flying Spur, and Sebring. He got on Sebring because Blake Shin had been suspended.
Yep.
Jimmy got on Ha Ha because Gay said, you're going to ride one of my horses in the slipper, and Jimmy wanted to ride something else. She said, you're riding Ha Ha. It won the slipper. And Damien came up to ride Forensics in those beautiful poo brown silks they had for the anniversary of the slipper, Forensics, and it won the slipper. They'd never been on them before.
Yes.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.